What's not to love about Team Fortress 2? It's tongue-in-cheek humor, ridiculous amounts of gore, chaotic gameplay, awesome weapons, and of course, great characters. The classes in Team Fortress 2 have so much color, so much personality, that they really set Team Fortress 2 apart from other shooters. Now, I like all of these classes, but I feel that some are better than others. I'm going to be delving into their personality, backstory, usefulness as a singular and on a team, fun factor, character design, weapon design, and music. And this countdown is going to start right now.
Protect the briefcase!
We need to protect the briefcase!
Yo, a little help here?
I got it. Stand back, son. One.
Hey, it's still here.
Gentlemen?
The PYRO is probably the least useful of all the classes. I mean, when the pieces are set right, he's a force to be reckoned with, but these situations are few and far between because the PYRO is a short-range fighter. But he is fun to play as. Chasing people away with flames and ambushing people in corners is just pure delight. To the ground! Shut up. And I love how ambiguous his backstory is. Nobody knows who the PYRO really is. Is the PYRO a woman because of the person posture? Well, that can't be right because the voice sounds distinctly male, and he seems to be lacking tracks of land. Is the PYRO even human? Is the PYRO a robot? Is the PYRO some sort of spirit? Does the PYRO hold the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Is PYRO God?
I hate you.
The Goro Boy from Texas, Engineer, is by far the most useful of the classes. His Sentry and Dispenser are essential for a team's defense, and his Teleporters are essential for offense. Only problem? He's really not the most fun guy to play as. Mainly being there to set up miniature bases for the team to move forward with, the Engineer really doesn't get much of the action because of the constant monitoring he has to do of his equipment. And he's not a real powerhouse by himself. He really doesn't even have a backstory to speak of. I mean, sure, the Knight Master's degrees and the comic do flesh it out a little bit, but his overall performance is pretty weak.
I just rode you out on a rail down under. More like 6 feet down under.
One of the most useful classes in the game, the DEMOMAN has a knack for all things that explode. His indirect fire allows for fierce assaults and some surprise defenses, but sometimes it's just fun to go all melee and take some heads off.
There can be only one!
His backstory is very funny, but also kinda depressing. He's essentially a Spartan, except he's a Scotsman, black, and trains with explosives. I also really love how far they went with the stereotype in him, even giving him some history jokes.
Freedom! Cry some more.
Gameplay-wise, there's really nothing spectacular about the Heavy. He's a big guy, he's slow, and he has a Gatling gun. He really doesn't even have a backstory to speak of. And his slow movement speed pretty much make him an easy target, especially for snipers. Not much else to say about this guy, other than this guy cracks me up. Just listen to him ramble in his mentally challenged speech pattern and his hilariously thick Russian accent, and you will play this class just to hear him speak.
Do I smell soiled baby diaper? You are dead. Not a big surprise. Oh, run! Run! I'm coming for you!
Jeez, no wonder this guy has so many memes. Plus, he's the only class to have 2 Meet the videos.
Who touched my gun?
Good night, everybody.
Pop quiz. How long does it take to beat a moron to death? Bam! Time's up, you're dead. Boink! Bonk! Woo!
While not the best nor the worst, the Scout is definitely one of the more fun classes to play. By that, I mean I love how annoying he is, both in play and in personality. His speed allows for great hit-and-run distraction tactics to help the team. Also, I love this guy's voice. Seriously, I smile every time this guy opens his mouth.
Drink it in, pal. That's how failure tastes. It's starting to bore me how much you suck. You are terrible. I don't usually kill morons this fast. Look at this. Just caved in your skull. My bat's still dry. No clumps of hair. Nothing. Hey, look. You shapeshifted into a dead guy.
Oh yeah, this is how we act in Boston. Yeah, can't you tell from my accent? What do you get when Gunnery Sergeant Hartman goes murder crazy and loses some IQ points along the way? The soldier. I just love how the stereotypical American arrogance is played out in this.
This is not a camping trip, Sheila. This is war, and I love it!
While he's the easiest class to understand, the soldier is far from useless. Good in just about any situation, a soldier is a must for any team. And there's even a backstory to consider here. He apparently was rejected from all branches of the military during World War II, but that didn't stop him, no sir. He went on a German killing spree anyway.
And from that day forward, anytime a bunch of animals are together in one place, it's called a zoo!
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
What puts the sniper above the others is his backstory and personality. An experienced wildlife hunter, he brings these skills of patience and precision to the battlefield. But what really gets me is how much of a normal guy he seems. He looks at his killing sprees as another day in the office, the daily grind.
Not a crazed gunman, Dad. I'm an assassin. What the difference being one has a job and the other's mental sickness?
The only thing that really hurts the sniper is that he's only good if the team is good. So if the team sucks, there's not much he can do.
Professionals have standards. Be polite. Be efficient. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
Gentlemen, behold!
The French gentleman kills two things, ladies in the figurative sense and men in the literal sense. The Spy is the perfect stealth game. You can play aggressive, you can play silent, just a lovely arsenal that lets you play any way you want. The Spy is probably the most thrilling of the classes. I can only imagine people's infuriation as I backstab them and sap all their buildings. I've actually burst into evil laughter after backstabbing 15 people in a row. Also, I love the amount of sophistication that the Spy brings. He dresses very spiffy aside from his hockey mask. He carries himself like he's proper, and he also acts very suave and smooth.
What are you, president of his fan club?
No. That would be your mother.
Also, he has the most insulting domination quotes.
I've merely finished what your liver started. You died as you lived, morbidly obese. I'm looking at your x-ray, and I'm afraid you suck. Here lies Scout. He ran fast and died a virgin. Oh, soldier, who will they ever find to replace you? Anyone!
Through the process of elimination, you probably guessed that my number one is the medic. I've loved the medic since launch day.
Let's start with his personality. The guy is insane. Like, batshit insane. Despite being an actual doctor, the guy is a complete and utter sadist. He has no compassion for the sick, no respect for human dignity, and a very strange and disturbing need to get inventive with people's body parts. His backstory is interesting as well. He was raised in Germany during a time where the Hippocratic Oath was downgraded to an optional Hippocratic suggestion, and he apparently lost his license after he removed someone's skeleton. On a gameplay-related note, I love playing as this guy. It might just be me being the supporter, but I still think he's fun. Don't judge me! But the biggest thing is how useful he is. His medigun keeps team members alive to still hold the line, and his uber charge can pretty much turn the tide of battle. And even if the guy he's healing dies, the medic can still hold his own in combat. Also, the medigun is such a creative and inventive weapon. Could you imagine how useful that would be in real life?
Let's just skip the hassle and use the medigun.
His musical theme is pretty creative as well. It paints him as some sort of war deity that has come down to the battlefield to turn the tide of battle. The medic is awesome. His personality is colorful. His backstory is interesting. He's fun to play as. He's incredibly useful. His weapons are creative. And that is more than enough to make the medic the best class of Team Fortress 2. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Cut!
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the